Hey everyone, we're going to take a quick look today at Salesforce Revenue Cloud and take a look at specifically being able to add like an installation package and be able to change that package to a custom installation, kind of see what that may look like. So this is again maybe for software companies or companies that could be selling hardware as well, but you need to do some sort of installation and being able to scope that out. So to start, we're going to create a new opportunity and our quote, create it all in one quick screen here. So we're going to go ahead and click in, and now we're on our quote. So this is the transaction line editor. We're going to click Browse Catalogs, and we're going to select first our software. So we're going to select Google Cloud Enterprise. We're going to say we're a Google Cloud reseller. So we'll go here and we'll select 100, click Add, save our quote. And with that, we also want to do an implementation. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to click Browse Catalog. We're going to click our Service Catalog. And from here, we see that we have four different types of implementations. If we click on the Configure button here for the Implementation Professional, we can see a few things. One, that we have Implementation Professional, what the quantity is. We're only going to do one implementation. We do have a questionnaire, how many users are to be trained. Now, this could impact price if we wanted. We're not going to do that at this time. But we can also see our resources here. So we have an architect, a consultant, a developer, and a project manager, and the number of hours that each one will be required for this project. You can notice that I can't really edit these. So there is nothing to edit here at this time. We're going to look at the custom implementation to be able to show what that looks like. But this would be kind of like your implementation professional package. It's just a one-time package that you want to be able to say, hey, we're selling it at this price, and that's that. If we wanted to do more of a custom implementation, however, we can come here and we can configure our custom implementation. Now, this time, I still have my number of users to be trained, so maybe we'll put in 100. And now we can see we have a mailbox setup, drive folder setup, MDM setup, and project management. So a couple things with this. If I wanted to be able to make this a custom fully, I can just kind of uncheck this. Maybe they don't want to use Drive, maybe they do, right? So this would change the price and change what is selected. But also I can configure these as well. So in this case, I have my mailbox set up. I can't remove my architect, consultant, and developer, but I can definitely change the quantity. So perhaps these mailboxes are going to be a little bit more customized. We know there's some things there that we need to add. So we're going to add some time for the architect. And there's going to be some additional configuration work needed for our consultant. And then our developer might have a little bit of extra time as well. So being able to go through, we can now customize our implementation and say, yep, that's what we want to do for mailbox setup. The rest of it all works for the custom implementation. So drive folder setup is going to be standard, MDM setup. So now we're just going to click save and exit. Because we've done that, we can close this browse catalog. We've already added it. As you can see here, it says processing requests. So now our custom implementation has been added. I do also have custom fields here called package total. And the package total is just rolling up the prices below it, so it's easy to see. So as we look at architect, consultant, developer, we can see that's been rolled up to $36,250. And then we can see the custom implementation has been rolled up between all four of the products below. So what's the benefit of this? How does this work? Well, as you can see, we have a tab here called Scope. And so what we've done is we've taken the actual project scope and we've added it in. So you can see my project scope here just says test scope. We're going to actually edit that and we're going to say, consultant will perform the following items, and we'll just click save here. Now that we've saved that, we can see that our quote is going to go through another recalculation, make sure that everything's good. But if we were to actually click into related here and go to our custom implementation product, we can see that we have a project scope field and that field has been updated. So what we've done essentially is take that default project scope, move it over, and now we've customized it to this. With that, we can also submit this for approval and see that we're going to have a few um, approvals based on this. So after I've submitted for approval, you can see I've removed the scope. So we only want to be able to edit that when it's in draft. And now that I've gone to approvals, I have a custom implementation approval. So it's been assigned to me. And in this case, I can review the custom implementation approval, any pricing that I wanted to review on here, if there were, any customizations. We could also add that scope tab back and be able to make it read only at this point, or allow a user again to go directly to the quote line to review it. In this case, we're going to go ahead and click approve, and our work item is completed. I'm going to refresh our page and go back to approvals. And now you can see we have an edited scope approval. Because we edited the actual scope, our first custom implementation was just to say, hey, does this implementation work? It's a custom implementation. This one is to say we've actually edited the scope, right? We edited what the language said in that project scope field. We're going to go ahead and we're going to click approve. And that allows us to be able to create a custom implementation with approvals in Revenue Cloud to be able to go out and sell this to clients. So, what does that actually look like on a document, right? We don't want to necessarily show how many hours we have per resource, which is completely understandable, right? We just want to be able to say, hey, here's the price and here's how many. Users are included to get trained. And so that's not a problem with Revenue Cloud and Omni Studio and Omni Scripts. We're able to generate documents. And as we can see here, we have our Google Workspace Enterprise Plus, $35 a unit. In this case, we've actually only sold it for 1 month, but we could default that to longer. We've defaulted it to just a single month at the moment. And then as we can see here down below, it's printed out the SOW. So now we have our SOWs, made as of today's date. By and between software is our name and company. So our company name is just company, but we have our project name, which is custom implementation. We have the number of users to be trained 100, and now we have our scope of work, right? So as we edited this field, consultant will perform the following items. We didn't edit these scopes of work, these project scopes. So from that perspective, it's pretty standard. And then at the bottom, we have a price. So again, we can customize this, change out the way it looks. We can be able to completely be able to show this to however it looks best for you to be able to send out to your clients. So from there, we can scroll down. We can email this if we'd like. In this case, we'll just return to quote and end. So thanks so much for joining us on the call today.